I'm in Massachusetts, but yes, it's one.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Nice and early. Here it's evening. I'm ready to bed. I'm going to go to bed at 8. I go to bed at 8 p.m. So I'm ready. 2 hours and done. I'll get up early tomorrow. So,
What time do you get up in the morning?
usually for sunrise. But before that, actually, to be honest with you, 2 hours before sometimes, I'm just opening my eyes and open the windows. So 6 maybe, 6 in the morning. Sunrise at 8.
Yeah.
So,
I want to start switching my schedule around. For years, I worked like late at night. I didn't go to bed till 3, 4, 5 in the morning, which I know is so bad, so
yeah.
bad. But now I'm not doing that anymore, but it's still hard. My body wants to stay up late. I've always been like this. I get energized. The later it gets into the night, the more I'm like ready to do my thing. I don't know what it is.
Do you think that's a thing? Because I'm a bit dogmatic sometimes, and I'll be honest with you, I was reading a book called by Matthew Walker called On Sleep, and on it he talks about night owls and larks, and I kind of mockingly put on my Facebook, there's no such thing as it, but I'm actually might be wrong, and what you're saying, what other people have said to me too, made me think actually maybe there is some genetic thing where people do actually get, like you said, more energy. You get more energy at nighttime.
I mean, maybe I just can't see it. Maybe it was just from having those bad habits. My body's gotten used to it. So my body, like I used to go to the gym very late at night, anywhere from 9 o'clock at night to 1 in the morning or later. Sometimes I'd be literally finishing my workout at 2 in the morning at the gym.
Yeah.
And maybe just from years of doing that, my body's like, just, you know what I mean? It thinks, oh, we've done it for so many years. It must be time to get all, I don't know.
Maybe
I've
adapted.
never
Yeah.
really been a morning person.
Hmm.
Never, even when I was younger, never really was a morning person, but I had a very poor diet back then too. That could have had something to do with it. And then years of doing these different things to my body, it could have just adjusted to that.
Yeah, you could well be right. Adapted. Body's incredibly adaptive, but then it
only
might
guess.
have, who knows if it actually does have some kind of, to go against nature, because I kind of believe we were meant to be aligned with nature, with the sun up so who knows how much of an impact, if it's having an impact on our health, or even if you are having high energy, if you were doing it like going to bed at like earlier times, maybe you'd have even more energy during the day. I don't know. These are questions we'll never know, I guess. But.
Well, no, and I've been experimenting with it, and I have to say that when I do go to bed earlier, I do seem to feel more refreshed the next day. Where I could sleep the exact same amount of time. Say I sleep 10 hours, because sometimes I sleep 8 to 10 hours. But if I do that same 8 to 10 after going to bed at 2 in the morning, I do feel more groggy the next day. So there is something to be said, I think, about getting to bed earlier.
Yeah, I recommend you read that book, by the way. I think that book I'm reading, Matthew Walker, Why We Sleep, I think it's called. It's the greatest book on sleep I've ever read in my life. I read it the first time. I didn't realize how powerful it was. I'm rereading it, and there's like so many nuggets in it. I can't assimilate all the information. There's one of those I'm just gonna have to keep going back to, because it talks about all the different sleeps and like the difference between going to bed at 10 to 5 versus 2 to going to bed late, like 3 to 10. You're gonna miss out on certain types of sleep, and it's just fascinating. I'm in love with that book right now.
And I believe it. I believe it. I've done I don't know that I've read a book on it, but I've read a lot of articles on sleep and the importance of, sleeping with the circadian rhythm and all that. And I do believe it's probably the truth, because supposedly they've done studies, and people who work third shift tend to die a lot younger, 10 to 15 years younger than people who don't work third shift.
True. And get cancer, breast cancer. Women get breast cancer too, and no melatonin production. Yep.
Yeah. So I believe that's probably the case, for sure.
Definitely. Okay, let's talk about I'm interested. I'm open-minded. What I'm doing is I'm not saying I'm commit or anything, but I'm putting my hands in many pies and finding out about a lot of things. And I definitely would be, I think, alongside urine therapy as always my first love, but I'm doing a lot of other things that I want to expand. And tell me about. I've got a couple questions. What do you want to do? Do you want to tell me what you know, or should I ask questions, or?
Well, let's real quick. Can we just put that aside for 1 second? Are your kidneys filtering? They must be, right? Do your kidneys filter? Like, do you ever test it to see if there's sediment in your urine?
There is, because I've got an age urine bottom that's got plenty of stuff at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
White
So
stuff.
when they started to filter, were you getting pain? This is the longest, like, let me just tell you, when I was working in the bar, 2 years I've been doing this fruit detox thing, fruitarian thing. But there was a lot of cheating going on, because it was very tough, because I was drinking alcohol. It was part of my job. And those days made it very hard to stick to a diet. So there was lots of cheating going on. So I quit that job in September, and the last couple of weeks, I've really been doing well with sticking to just the fruit, doing some fasting here and there, mostly juice fasting. I did one 24-hour dry fast.
Cool.
But all of a sudden, the last few days, I'm getting what feels like pain in my kidneys, back and forth, like little sharp pains. And I'm wondering if maybe because I'm not cheating that much at all, that maybe they're getting ready to start filtering. Does that sound right to you?
Could be a lot. Would you say that last thing you think it could be again?
I just think maybe they're getting ready. Maybe they're starting to filter, and maybe because there's a lot of acid coming through my kidneys, maybe I'm getting little pains because I've been doing the celery juice, which I hear is supposed to help in the morning.
Cool. Auntie Williams stuff. Yeah, the celery juice.
And supposedly that's supposed to help. So on the days I have, celery, I'm doing the celery juice. I try to not eat for like an hour or two after that. So that's not every day, but a little bit of dry fasting, definitely doing some juice for like 24-hour apple juice fast where I make the apple juice myself in the juicer. Different things like that. But all of a sudden this last couple of days, and I went 4 days without cheating at all. That's the longest I've ever gone without eating one solid cooked food kind of item.
Whoa, cool.
All of a sudden the other night, I was having anxiety and I felt like I needed to eat something to calm me down. And from that point on, I ate these 2 paleo bars that were mostly kind of like granola or something. And from that point on, that night I started getting the pain, but then I went right back to fruit the next morning. And I've today's the second day, and I've been having these sporadic pains in my kidneys ever since.
Okay, so there could be a lot of things. What I thought it was until you just said that last bit. Maybe I was thinking because, I don't know everything, but I do believe there's such a thing. I didn't know there's such thing as overhydration, even on really quality stuff, because that's ancient Chinese knowledge. The Taoists said it. Traditional Chinese medicine says it. Like if you drink too much, and I've done it before. I drank too much, like over a gallon a day. I drank of my urine, and I started getting kidney pains. I thought it was that, but then you said something about granola bars and 4 days of cleanness, and then the granola bars and the pain came. So maybe it's not that, and maybe it's something to do with that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
I definitely tie it in because that's when it started. And then I was thinking also, Dr. Morse had talked about like, do not do some long water fast. He said, because there was a kid in Costa Rica or something who did like a 40-day water fast and then went to solid food. And he said, all that stuff that's moving suddenly stops and gets trapped. So then I was thinking maybe it's acids that like were kind of starting to move through the kidneys, and then the solid food came, cut it off, and now it's like something to do with acids stuck in the kidneys because now I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. It's definitely not a bad thing because you've been clean and then for 3 or 4 days and then you just had one bad thing and it happened at that time. The timing's too weird for it to be anything but what you suggest. Like it's a good thing. There was something stuck in there, whether you want to call it acids or crap or whatever, in the kidneys. It's getting healed and it's going to be painful whilst it regenerates probably from years of childhood damage that are coming out that you haven't dug deep. We've all got stuff that you need to dig deeper at. So you're digging deep and now it's just coming, and I guess you're gonna have to roll with it. I mean, how much are you drinking just off that? Are you drinking like loads and loads and loads of water or loads of juice?
No. Can I tell you something? I mostly eat fruit, so I'm not really ever thirsty. Like unless like I was having some back problem. We bought this new bed and it sucks, and it's been giving me tremendous back pain. Like it's an $800 bed, but it should have been $8. But it should have been $8. But it's been like I've been having tremendous back pain, so I've been maybe making like a turmeric tea because I love turmeric for like inflammation and pain. So except for that, normally I wouldn't even do that. That's like my water.
But even that's inflammatory. That's a good thing. Turmeric. I've heard it. I can't see it causing you kidney pains unless I don't think it's that.
No. But I just mean that's where I've taken in any extra water is because like every day or every other than that, I get my water from fruit. I'm very hydrated.
And there's no way that the overhydration is not it. I literally think it is like Dr. Moore says, it's something coming out that shouldn't be there. That's cool. That's celebration time. It's going to have to just go through the pain and roll it out and keep noticing as well. Like you're pretty good observing already, clearly. So keep noticing like, oh shit, I fucked up. Now I've got the pain back. Now I'm on it. Now the pain's gone. Yeah, and you'll definitely know it. If it keeps happening, like, okay, I'm clean, and go back to dirty something, and then the pain comes, then you'll know 100%. That keeps happening, you'll know it's something good. Like, oh shit, there's something that the clean was pushing out, and then the cooking kind of just like, whoa, just, I don't know, yeah. It's good stuff, whatever, definitely.
Are you eating, like, what's your thing? Are you doing mostly fruit, or are you eating cooked food? Like, what are
No,
you doing?
I'm still in that heady ground where don't know, I can't commit to it 100%. And I'm eating one meal a day,
Yeah,
but
it's
actually I was
tough.
really good at fasting last year, but now I've fallen off the wagon this year a little bit with fasting. I've not done enough, but I should be back on it because I'm going to visit somebody and whenever I visit people, I've got motivation. So I'll be back on. For me, my focus is for next year, my focus is long dry fasts and committing to one whole day a week of 2 days a week of dry fasting every week. So therefore, I'm going to eat like 5-6 meals a week, not 7 meals, because I've been doing mostly, with a few days off here, I've been eating 7 meals a day. 1 meal a day is still a lot for me. 1 meal a day is like quite a lot, because I know I'm overeating too and that. So yeah, I've gonna do some more long fasts as my focus, and then maybe one day in the future, maybe I'll get to cook food. My really concern with that is I do lose a fuckload of weight all the time.
That's what I was just gonna ask you. Like, I
Mm,
am so fucking underweight right now. Like,
mm,
so underweight,
yeah.
so underweight. Like, if you see my body, if you saw me standing up,
Mm,
my legs are like a third of the size that they should be. I got this
yeah.
big, because I've always had big shoulders. So I got these big shoulders, and my upper body is still kind of big.
Mm,
And then I just tiny,
thanks.
tiny hips and tiny, tiny legs, and I cannot afford to lose any more weight.
Yeah, it does make you wonder, because they say that that's just they'll say in the community, and they might be right, but they'll say that, oh, that's just because you're getting rid of toxins and eventually it will stabilize to a bigger weight. But I'm not sure I believe that, because I don't think I don't think I ever will get, like, I've had periods when I've been thin for a long time and it's never really, and clean, because I do age urine. I'm a really clean person. I do a lot of things and I'm still not putting on weight eating fruits. I'm wondering how people do it. Unless I eat loads of them, and then that's expensive, isn't it? And that's another.
Not even that though, because I got plenty of bananas. Like, here, it's
Mm,
hard to. My staple is bananas, because you can get 40 pounds. I
mm,
get 40 a week at Whole Foods. You get a case discount. It comes to $24 for 40 pounds of
mm,
organic, and they're the best bananas I've ever had there. So that's my staple food. That's bananas and mangoes have the most calories. Mangoes are hard to find good mangoes around here.
mm.
So I eat a ton of bananas, and then I get 3 pounds of frozen organic blueberries at Costco for like $8, $9. So
Cool.
I mostly all day, every day, keep
Mm,
making concoctions with bananas and blueberries. Like, I kind of blend them up a little. So I
mm,
call it banana mush.
yeah.
But
Mm,
and I know blueberries don't have that many calories, so I try and make it predominantly bananas.
mm,
And I'm not doing one meal a day. I'm eating whenever I want to eat if I'm not fasting.
mm.
And it feels like my appetite's getting smaller and smaller, and it scares me, because
Yeah.
I'm thinking, when am I going to level out here? When
Yeah.
am I going to level out? I don't want
Mm.
to end up walking around for the rest of my life like a little stick figure.
Yeah, nor me. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm worried also that is that my excuse. But I don't think it is. I generally am. I've had been periods of like complete skeleton, and well, and it doesn't look pretty, obviously. And I don't really care for myself, but other people seem to care a lot. So it's a lot of pressure on us to like
Yeah.
keep doing it. So I don't know, to be honest with you. I think, well, I've never. That's why I don't talk too much about diet. Hardly ever on my Facebook, and I don't really care what people eat to a point, because I know that, you know, yeah, you can be really healthy as long as if you eat cooked foods, but you can limit. It's all about fasting. My thing's a fasting diet. As long as you're fasting a lot, and you can have some good weight, I think, as long as you focus on urine therapy, dry fasting, distilled water, and stuff. So.
I got to do more with the urine therapy, but that's
Mm.
tough for me. It's tough.
You don't have to now. Use CBDs, and equal competition, equal power to me. These are very similar, powerful healing modalities. So each their own, right? It's not everyone's purpose to. I've learned that for a while now. At the beginning, I was like, everyone has to do it. Now I'm just like, oh no, it's not everyone's role to do that stuff. Like, you can try it, but only,
You
I'm not meant to do other
you
things.
know, oh, sorry.
No, no, carry on.
But Chris Manley, is he your friend on Facebook?
Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's buff as a motherfucker, and he talks about the first couple of years. That's all he did was drink his own piss.
Yeah.
And look at him. He exercises with no food. He's at the point where he's practically breatharian.
Yeah.
He goes like a week, 2 weeks without eating anything, and he's got some good weight on him.
Yeah, and that's interesting, isn't it? That goes to show it might be possible. But then I figure back in mind that for some people, maybe or maybe not. I don't know, because that's not my experience. And that guy's clean. I think I've heard stories that he's really clean. His colon is one of the cleanest colons, and he's done so much work on himself with just eating nothing and urine and hardly any food. If it vegetables and a couple of peanuts a day, and that's all he eats or whatever. So yeah, it's inspiring.
Really?
I don't know how he does it. I don't know if everyone
And that's
can
what
do
I
it.
feel like. Am I doing something wrong? Like,
No, I don't think you are. I'm like you. I don't know. I really don't know with that. It's a good question though, isn't it? Like, yeah, who knows? In the winter as well. We don't live in the tropics, so maybe in the
yeah,
tropics.
yeah.
I know in the tropics you could maintain a good weight and stuff of eating that stuff, but in the winter here, how are you supposed to maintain weight when it's cold? You know, and
You
I don't know
can't
how
get
you're
good
supposed to.
mangoes. You can't get good mangoes.
Mm,
They're picking the mangoes off the tree, perfectly ripe. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Perfectly alkaline, perfectly ripe.
yeah.
And we don't have that. We don't have that luxury.
Yeah, and we're not picking it fresh from the. My brother's in Portugal, one of them, and he's picking tangerines fresh off the tree. And there's
Yeah.
such a difference between fresh off the source than what we're buying. Although what we're buying is good compared to like other foods for sure. But I mean, there's so many different levels, even with the fruit game. Like, can we get to a place where the fruit originates? If we can't, what kinds of seedless, non-seedless, GMO, all that stuff? It's a lot of stuff, isn't it?
No, and half the time, even the fruit you do get around here, they've picked it like 3 weeks early, if not more. And I go through a thing. I'm constantly returning fruit because I'll buy, whether it's Costco, Whole Foods, Stop and Shop, it doesn't matter what market I go to, where you get it at home and it never ripens. It never ripens because they picked it way too early.
Interesting. Yeah. You return it. That's nice. Get the money back.
Oh, I tell them, I'm like, I know you probably think I'm cheap, but this happens way too often. Way too often. I'm not, and the price at the price that most fruit is, I want my money back.
Yeah, that's a really good idea to do. Yeah, definitely.
You're frozen, Harry, again. You're frozen.
Oh. Yeah, you froze too a little bit there. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
All right. So we can get to, I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. I don't mind talking about other stuff. No problem. So I'm all about networking and helping and learning from other people. So definitely, man. Appreciate it.
So is CBD is legal in the UK?
I don't think it is, I think I don't even know the situation in the USA. Like, it's half and half, isn't it? Like, here, I think it's illegal. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to use, and I don't think you can buy it legally in the UK. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% though.
So I heard him mention the UK. The owner, Josh Zwiggle, just did a video to tell us everything that was going to be happening the next year. They're coming out with new products, different things to get everybody excited. And he mentioned the UK came out of his mouth as places either we are delivering to or we will be. But I will tell you this, Harry, there are a bunch of people that are selling this stuff from Canada. Canada just passed a law making CBD legal, so they still cannot get it in there yet. They still can't get we sell products that don't have CBD, but Canada cannot get it technically at this moment. They're working, it just passed, so in the next couple months they're going to be able to, but they can't right now. And there are sales reps who they teach you how to market on Facebook. They're going to teach you how to go make new friends on Facebook. They teach you a whole step-by-step program of what you do. You just, like, just to give you a short version, an example is you just go to different groups, maybe like law of attraction groups, because those are all people who are waiting for their payday to come in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or you go to Tony Robbins groups, whatever you like, health groups, Dr. Morse groups, and you pick people out. You go to their page, you make sure they're active on a regular basis. They're into maybe some of the things you're into. You love their profile picture, and then you like and comment on 2 of their posts. Then you send them a friend request. And then in that friend request, you just talk to them, maybe ask them a question to get some interaction going. Yeah. Now, some people will ask right then, there's a script you can follow. Hey, listen, matter of fact, I have one right in front of me. Hey, such and such, say Harry, say I'm doing it to you. Harry, so I'm just going to get right to it. Over the next year, I'm going all in and building a 7-figure CBD business. And I'm looking for leaders to partner up with. I will teach you all of the skills and strategies necessary to be successful. Does this sound like something you might be interested in? And if the person says, hell yeah, I'd love to check it out. You send them a video. There's a whole protocol you follow, basically. But then there's tons of training videos from all the top leaders in the business, tons of them. And you can watch them at your own leisure. Now, I watched one from this guy, Ray, the other night. He's a big money maker in the business. He doesn't do that. He can't be bothered. So what he does is he sends them a little message, and then he says, listen, I have a business I've been working on. I'm looking for people who might be, say the person's in Topeka, Kansas. So he says, listen, hey, I notice you're out in Topeka, Kansas. I have a business. I'm looking to expand out in Topeka. I'm looking for some people who want to, do business with me, make some money. Is this something you'd be interested in? If you're not, it's fine. So he teaches you a totally different way to do it. So you got all these different training videos, and you can, after you watch a bunch of them, decide what works for you, what feels natural to you.
Could you still sign up in the UK if it's just, like you said, getting people to sign up under you? Is it an upline, downline kind of thing? Most things are, right?
So you're selling product. And also, I got off track. What I meant to tell you about the Canada thing was a lot of these people are like literally retiring. A lot of the people in this business are retiring within 6 months to a year from their day job. That's how much money they're making.
A lot of money.
If you're teachable, everyone says if you are coachable, you can make money in this. And law of attraction.
Is it as simple as just what you said? Is it as simple as just hitting up loads of people, doing a little bit of research where they like you, just messaging loads of people, numbers games?
So mostly recruiting. Your big money is in recruiting people, because everything you get commissions all the way 10 deep. So say you recruit 4 and all 4 of those recruit 4 and all 16 of those recruit 4. But you know it's not going to happen like that. Over time, you're going to recruit hundreds, and they're going to recruit hundreds and hundreds, and they're going to recruit. So you get to a point, say a year down the road, 2 years down the road, say you're like, I'm kind of bored with this. You'll always still have an income coming in.
Oh, right. Okay. Because they still be working.
They're still going to be selling, but obviously you're not going to want to quit. You're going to love this, and you're going to want to make even more money. Right. So over the years, every year that goes by, you're going to recruit a few.
How long have you been doing it? How long have you started last month, wasn't it? 6 months?
Yeah, I just started like a month ago.
Cool. How are you doing? How many people have you got to recruit and sign up with, and buy the CBD?
Well, let me tell you what's going on. So I have some personal problems. I've told you, I've hinted at it to you.
Yeah, with your family and stuff.
There's some stuff with my boyfriend. And we're back going around in the same circle again. So he's going to be going in the hospital in the next couple of days, and I need him to go because I just can't. I told him, I said, your problems I've allowed, because I take responsibility, I've allowed your problems to keep me from quitting a job I didn't want to be in. Right. I've allowed your problems to keep me from getting my health coaching business going for 2 years. Yeah. I said, this is going to be huge for me. I can feel it because I've been visualizing and meditating. And when this job fell into my lap, I knew the universe sent it. I could feel it because, I want to be a health coach like you. That's what I want.
You're helping people. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. That's my main goal. I want to be like I want to be a transformational coach like Tony Robbins. I want to teach people how to change their whole lives. But it's just, I've allowed this problem with my boyfriend for the last 2 years.
Having said that, it's pretty amazing then, given your situation for a long time, that you actually managed to start it up. I mean, like, actually it's up and running. You've signed up, right? And you can now go for it at some point. Because the money's already there, and you know what to do.
And I've been, and I've been doing things, doing things not to the degree you're supposed to be, though, because I'm in a little bit of a depression, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I'm at the end with this. I just have been dealing with it for so long, and I've been allowing it to hold me back for so long.
Yeah.
But I'm in this little bit of a thing where right now my boyfriend's, because I did quit my job, my boyfriend's paying most of the bills. I do babysit and do odd jobs here and there, but. So I can't just say fuck you because whatever. And
that might happen maybe some point in the future. Not a fuck you, but a slow separation. You didn't know how things work, do you, in the future?
Between me and you, I'm just asking that you never repeat my business to anyone.
No, not at all, man. No. That's private stuff.
But my boyfriend has a drug problem, between me and you, and he's trying very hard to get clean. Nothing we've done so far works. There's one last medication we could try. It's very toxic, but he's going to go on it. This is because it's the last resort. He's going to go on it this time in the hospital. but this is like, I just can't. I'm very burnt. I'm very, you know, I'm a very kind of empathic type of person.
Yeah.
And it's watching someone suffer like that.
Yeah.
That
And knowing what you know and what you do and your
yes.
health and what you know, he could actually.
And what I've tried to do for him, because I know he's what Dr. Morse talks about, someone who's got all the genetic weaknesses. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Poor hyperthyroid, poor parathyroid. I mean, poor thyroid, poor parathyroid, weak adrenals. Like he's got it all. Yeah. And he shows symptoms of bipolar, and he shows symptoms, you know, and he's got obsessive issues like with the drugs, and he's got all these health issues. And I've tried to help him, but as soon as he relapses, he starts doing all the opposite of all the things we've worked on. And it's just draining. It's draining. And you see this person who he wants to be clean, he wants to be healthy, but he's struggling, and he's taking. I'm drowning with him. You know,
he's sabotaging himself. So what's happening then? He's going to the hospital for a few days. You're going to have to place yourself.
No, for a few weeks. He's going in for a few weeks, because to get on this medicine, you have to be totally clean. Everything has to be out of your system, and it takes a few weeks. If he gets out, he's going to relapse. So he has to go into their CSS program, which is they keep you there until you are clean enough, and then give you the shot there. So he's going to be gone for a few weeks, which is what I need.
Yeah, that'd be great. Wow, I don't mean to. Yeah, that would
to
be
myself.
Yeah, well, you can go hardcore, like on your thing then.
And can I tell you, the beautiful thing is, I know the universe is, you know, when you can feel your manifestation unfolding a little at a time. I can see it unfolding, but I know the depression is kind of slowing it down. So as soon as he's gone for 3 weeks, I know I'm going to feel so fucking happy and so free that I believe it's going to start to go very quickly.
And look at what's happened. CBD business, this situation where you've got time now for a few weeks maybe, and it's 2019 and 2020, which is a massive year for everybody.
Yes.
All these coincidences are adding up, aren't they?
Yes. No, and that's exactly how I feel. Exactly. And I've gotten some great, and in the last few weeks, the one thing I don't fuck around with is watching videos. So say I'm too depressed to contact people, because that I got to be in the right mind state for.
Yeah.
I love, you know, I'm like you. I love to learn. I love to read. I love to watch videos. So the one thing I have been doing is watching training videos.
And that does matter. You've been putting the seeds in the back of your mind. So when you take the action, you already have the information to do the right things.
So I've already learned a lot, and I've been organizing. I got like this new book I bought. I got folders, and I'm putting everything, you know, I'm a Virgo. I love to have everything organized. Yeah. So
how much do you pay to start up? How much does it cost for you to start up?
So listen, so all it is all right, so let me say there's a $20 startup fee, but
doesn't sound like a lot.
what you're supposed to do, and I'm gonna hear me out because I gotta explain this to you. So there's three levels. There's the builder level, there's the director level, and then there's the executive. Right. If you come in at a builder, which you got to spend so much money on products, which is good because you can test the products, you buy some, you test them. That way you can really, when you make they're going to teach you that you want to make at least one live video a week about the company, about the products, about a specific product. You don't want to over spam people. And then you would make one regular, which you make a ton of videos anyway about health and wellness. You want to make other videos, and then at least one a week about CBD
your business,
itself, CBD, about your business. And then 1 to 2
Facebook posts.
Facebook posts. You don't want to because the people will start defriending you if all you do is spam them with shit all day about CBD. So they teach you all this. But so to come in the company, they have a way for someone who's broke. Like the day that I was signing up, I really did not have any money that day. So she taught me a trick where you can just get the sample pack and it'll pre-enroll you. So it let me come in. You're not like really supposed to tell people this unless they're in a desperate situation, and then they don't want to lose a potential person because they don't have the $100 or $199 to get the next pack up. But every single month, whatever you do, so say initially I came in with the sample pack. That was going to make me a builder, which means I will get 30% commission on everyone under me from that point on. But then there's the director pack, which if you purchase that, I forget what the numbers are. That might be
40, 50, 60 maybe.
No, it's a couple $100. Like the $5.99 is the executive pack. So every month you would have to get $600 worth of CBD products but because you're buying them like that, you get extra for less money.
Yeah.
So, so say you're like, well, right now I can't afford $5.99 to come in. You can come in and you can switch at any time. I came in with the sample pack, which was $11.99 shipping and handling, no fee. And from that point on, then say all I would need to do was spend $199 a month to stay at the director level, the builder level. But I didn't want to do that. So my upline, she sent me orders. She lives in Canada. She sent me some orders that were hers. And so she sent me the money. She trusted me. She sent me the money through PayPal, had me place the order. So now, and then I wanted to try some samples too. And at this point I did have a little more money. So I put the $199 in, and now I'm at the top level, which gets you 50% commissions on everything, which is where you want to be. But so now each month, no matter what happens, I still have to buy like whatever it is, $400 or $600. I think it's,
because you're
I
the
want to
top
say,
end director, right?
Yeah, to stay there. So I got to make that happen each month. If you don't make that happen, say for some reason I really slacked and next month I couldn't do it, then that month you can't get 50% commissions, but it doesn't fuck you up for life. You just have to fix it on the next month.
Definitely for me, if I was going to do it, wouldn't want to bait my jam with, because I'm already signed up with another company called Pyrium, which maybe I'll get you into at some point in the future, because they're fucking amazing, but I haven't kicked off the ground with them. I've bought the starter pack, and people, my upline's been pestering me on Facebook, not pestering in a bad way, but she knows it's going to pop off. But I've detoured there. What was I going to say? I would get. With that one, I wouldn't buy the products most probably, because I know CBD and I know it works. So I wouldn't need to test it. I know it'd be powerful and I can still talk about it.
But then you can sell, but what they say, not to interrupt you, but what they say is you can buy them and then you could talk, because you can hit, even though they train you how to do this all from online, because that's the beauty of it, there is no reason you can't hit people up in person. They tell you stories about people who go to gas stations and stores and just walk around talking to people about it. So you could still sell those products every month. But
I would do that. I would, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be one of those people that wants to get the 50% commission, because then that would involve me. I wouldn't want to commit in terms of like paying $600 a month in products. What I would do is pay as little as possible, but still sell. That's one thing I would be interested in. Do you know what I mean? That's just my style. That's what I do.
But can I tell you something? Law of attraction, Harry, if you visualize this working for a couple minutes every day, it's going to start to take off.
Oh yeah, agree.
Let me tell you a story. Like, I haven't been putting my full effort into this because of what's going on with my boyfriend. This guy, Romeo, that I'm friends with on Facebook, sent me a message right around the time you did and said, Gina, if you can get this to where I am, he said, I know quite a few people that would be interested. And I just heard a story from another leader in the company on a video I was watching about how this one guy that they brought in under him in his downline met a guy in like Africa, and this guy in Africa, because it's fairly new in Africa, just fucking went to town. So he's got one person under him who just went balls to the wall and started selling this shit and recruiting people like crazy. So this guy didn't even have to do nothing. He just got lucky with that one person.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and this kid Romeo just happened to come to me after I heard that story and was like, Gina, I think I could really get rid of a lot of this. So I haven't talked to him since that day. But that's how I see it happening. If you're into the law of attraction and you spend the time a couple minutes a day visualizing this being a success, visualizing yourself at the conference next year, walking across the stage with a giant statue because you've made rank of 15,000, 25,000, 50,000, whatever, you keep picturing that, the universe is going to put it together for you.
Oh, I've been visualizing, not proactively in terms of like a set time, but I just naturally do it because of what I'm doing, all that shit. So my coaching business will kick off at some point. I'm already making a little bit of money here and there, odd things as well as book sales. So that's gonna happen. But I'm getting my site up too. I've been procrastinating on that big time, but I will get a free website and then upgrade to a proper one. But anyway, I'm gonna get a package done, and I'm gonna get affiliate Amazons. I've got all the ideas that we probably know about. Affiliate Amazons, carry on writing books. The one as well with CBD, if I get involved with this, I could obviously, when clients come in, I can say, well, here, urine therapy is not for you, and this is not for you, but here's CBD that I sell, and then to get them involved that way. So my jam would be get a site set up, get enough clients in, and then promote all the shit that I sell, including CBD, into that platform instead of that way. And of course,
and listen,
probably
they give you your own website.
Oh, do they? Oh,
They
okay.
give you your own, listen. So say like my username at the present time is authentic me, right? So every time I give someone a link, I give them, whether it's the business opportunity link, the website link, say someone's like, Gina, what's the website so I can check out the products? I give them the website.com/my username. You would give / your username.
Yeah.
It automatically brings them to the exact website, but it's yours.
I'm with you.
It's
Yeah,
yours, and it'll say, welcome to Harry Matadine's website.
Yeah, I'm with you. Then I can put a link to that in under my actual website, and then I can link them that as well.
You don't, but I'm saying at this present moment, you don't even need a website because you promote right from your Facebook page.
Yeah.
And when people contact you, you give them your link in the private message.
Yeah, I definitely love the idea of what you're saying, and I love the idea of proactively going on groups and finding the right people and just messaging loads of people and seeing what that sounds really.
No, listen. Yeah. And for every 40 people, they say on average, for every 40 people you message, you're bound to get I think it's 4 pre-enrollees, and those don't always turn to recruits. But believe me, nowadays everyone's trying to be an entrepreneur, and a lot of people that are into the law of attraction and shit like that, they're waiting for that right opportunity to present itself.
Yeah, I really do love it. And not only that, these are random people, so it won't be affecting the way other people inside my community that I know already perceive me, because that's something that I don't want to move away too much from the free stuff in terms of I do want to sell, but my own package stuff. So yeah, I love the idea of random people just hitting up. I know Facebook's a huge platform. I could totally see that myself doing that, just like maybe putting a script down for myself, or even maybe making it personalizing for certain people, and different things and make it unique. Yeah, that would work, definitely. How much? What's the cheapest?
Let me just tell you this before you move on to the next subject, because I'll forget what I'm going to say. You will learn so many marketing things, even about the Facebook algorithms. Like, one of the things I've learned is the more engagement you get on your posts, the more Facebook will show your posts. So say you've got 3,000 friends, only a couple hundred see your posts, but they teach you tricks to get tons more engagement. One of the things is every time someone posts on your thing, you need to comment back. So whether it's a CBD post, a regular post, they teach you how to put posts. Like, you see that post I did the other day that said, in 3 to 5 words, what is your motto?
I did, and I was going to respond, but I can't because I've been in Facebook jail. But yeah, I saw that post. Very good.
Yeah, the reason I did that, they gave a list. This isn't it, but I'm just making a point. Because I have a printer, so I've been printing out everything because I like to have everything organized. They gave a list of all different questions you can ask. You can make up your own, but that a lot of people are known to like to comment back to.
Nice.
So that was my first test run on that. And I got the most comments I've gotten like in a long time on anything. Yeah. But then you got to go to each one. A lot of times we're in the habit of liking every response. We'll just go and like it or love it. Yeah. No, you want to comment, because the more comments, including your comments, their comments, the more comments on that one post, now Facebook is going to have a tendency to show more of my other posts to more people. Cool. So they teach you all these different tricks. There's other ones too. So as you're going through the marketing training, you're going to learn tons of stuff that you can use in general to make your other businesses go further on Facebook and such as well.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, I like to think I'm clued in, and I am, but there's always new stuff that I can learn, like you said. So yeah, I agree. Definitely.
And there's a 7-day launch that they do. So you would want to get, once you start up, I would add you to the group. And then there's a couple groups that are all open, like Vision Team is open. So there's several groups that, because they want everyone to be successful, they've just opened their groups. They're not closed groups. And so you can do their training videos as well, but you follow the 7-day launch. You do what they tell you for 7 days, because they have a way to get it out to the people. And then after that, you can just start. They have every tool you need. They have advertisements for you. You go to a page in your back office and you click on tools, a whole bunch of advertisements will show up that you can pick from, and they tell you who to follow. There's top people in the company. You start following them and you put them as C first, because you want to watch what they're doing and copy it.
Yeah.
And they take the little sales pages that are showing what's on sale this week or what our different products are, and they write things above it. Like, they just make up their own things. You can recruit that way too. So you write a beautiful little blog post, like a Facebook post, and it says, you know, I got sick of working the 9 to 5. I wanted freedom. Don't you want freedom or whatever, you know, and you write a whole little thing, and it's just keeping people aware that you are recruiting and you are looking for others. So there's so much you'll learn. I can't even squeeze it in because I've been doing this for a few weeks now, watching.
Yeah, you've been learning a lot, like a lot.
Yeah, no, and I'm just trying to give you nuggets that I think that stand in my mind, so you'll see how much you're going to learn when you start following their protocols and watching their videos.
Definitely, I'm definitely interested. Are you sure they, as a UK person, that I can? Because I'm pretty sure it's illegal to sell. It does sell in shops. Put it that way.
They do or they don't.
You can. I think you can import CBD from other countries into England. I think that's been done. I think that's legal. So would that work? You can import from other countries.
No matter what, like I said, Canada, it's just got passed in Canada, and for the past few years, plenty of Canadians, you're selling on Facebook. So
they are, okay.
You're gonna recruit you're gonna go say whether you're recruiting people or you're selling product. They're gonna click on your website. And the place is in Las Vegas. It's going to be sent out to these people in whatever countries are legal.
I can do it from the UK because the base is in the US.
No matter what, even if it was not legal in the UK, that would only mean you would not want to sell to people in the UK. You could sell to plenty of people in the United States or wherever.
I figured out that a lot of people in my audience, from my book sales, I'm figuring out that 90% of my audience on Facebook
are in the US.
USA. 90%. That's like only 10% of UK.
But just so you know, we have a pretty long list of countries that are legal to ship to, and that list is growing. He said they're working on right now getting it into even more countries. So over the next couple of months, our list is going to be even bigger. So you get that list. It's in your back office. Write it down. And then when you're recruiting people, you see where they're from and make sure their country is on your list. I'm not even just recruiting, but selling too, or if you're selling.
Definitely interested in the cheaper option where I can just go crazy on the just literally hitting up loads of people like a cold calling thing, and just once I'm done with that,
as soon as you start making money, Harry, you want to bump yourself up. You want to bump yourself up because 30% commissions versus 50% commissions.
But that's the
once
thing.
you start getting a lot of people on you,
once I start, I will naturally. You're right. You just you want more, but then the problem is at the beginning. It's always that beginning first week when you don't get any results, or the first day you're like, oh shit, I'm putting in a lot of work. But I'm okay with that. I'll just put in lots of work until I start making money, and then you're right. Probably go upgrade. Sounds interesting. I'm definitely interested.
And let me tell you what Tim Garza says. He's one of the leaders in this company. He does a lot of the training videos and stuff. He says, what I have people do, he said, every leader trains differently. He said, what I have people do is not focus at all on selling the product, because really the money is in recruiting. He said, what I have them do is just spend their first 2 weeks just because once you get that excitement,
it's breaking up a little bit. Maybe.
First 10 posts, he said, don't focus on that. He said, focus on recruiting. Try and reach out to minimum 40 people a day. Out of those 40, you are going to get a couple of pre-enrollees, and those are going to turn into a couple of recruits. Do that every day for 2 weeks. By the end of that 2 weeks, you're going to have started to build your team. And he said that's where the confidence comes in. The product's going to sell itself. You don't even really sell the product. You just educate people. The product sells itself.
Yeah, I like what you said there. So recruiting is where the money's at. Recruiting is a good idea to focus on more than the selling. I like that.
Yeah. But let me tell you, don't get me wrong. You get people with health problems. They're going to put themselves on auto ship, and you're still going to make money off that. You got to do both, but you really want to recruit, because once you get people recruiting, and that's where it's going to multiply exponentially.
Especially if you find someone, find someone that's recruiting, like you said, that is going to, you recruit, and then they're more interested in selling too. So you recruit them, and then they start selling. You'll make the money, won't you, from them selling?
Well, and listen to this though. Let me say this. You're great at making videos. Like, I'm still in this thing. I've always had this nervous thing about speaking publicly. So it takes
you're doing it now.
me a lot to talk myself into going online, even though I've made some videos. Say that again.
Yeah, I was interrupting a bit. I said you're doing it now though. You're doing a video, so you're not too bad at it.
Oh yeah, no. Once I'm on the video, I'm good. Especially if I have well rehearsed what I want to talk about, so I feel more confident. But I know once I do a couple more, I'm going to get day practically, if not every day. So you've already developed that comfort level. All you're really going to do in the long run, as far as CBD is concerned, just the CBD, you're just going to make videos. Did you watch that Candace Bird video? Did I send you that?
I don't think you did. No.
All right. She's this really pretty, I think, light-skinned black girl. She's one of the top earners in the company. And if I didn't send it to you, I will send it to you. Or maybe I didn't. You just, I don't know, glossed over it. But maybe, I will send it. I will send it anyway. It's just like a 14-minute video. She not only, it just for you to get a taste of like.
Oh, wait. Yes. I think you did send me. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. The first part of the video, she is just telling you stories about how it has worked for her and different people. She doesn't even talk about what it did for her. She had bad depression. She doesn't even mention that in her video. It got her off her couch and totally she had some serious like emotional issues. She was going through a wicked funk. She doesn't even talk about what CBD did for her. She tells 3 different stories about people she knew that she introduced CBD to and what it did for them. One guy was having seizures. You can't say that because it's not compliant with the FDA. You have to talk, you know from Dr. Morris, you got to be so careful what you say. Yeah. But you have to beat around the bush and explain the symptoms the person had. You can't come out and name the illness. But she talks about one guy who was having seizures. He was having hundreds of seizures a week and started using the CBD, barely ever has a seizure anymore. Then someone else she knew, I forget what the stories were. She tells 3 awesome stories. She's got all the products on the table, tells all the different stuff about, and she says, I don't know what it's going to do for you. I'm just telling you what it did for them. And she's got this awesome style about her. And then at the end, she talks about how you can work for the business and what an amazing business it is, whatever. So you can make short videos about recruiting. You can make short videos about CBD. You can make long videos. You can do whatever you want. But you're never going to sell the CBD. You're only going to educate people on it. And people are going to reach out for you and ask you how to buy it. Yeah, that's how it works.
I like it. And I've got a couple of friends that I'm always thinking for all of my business stuffs and all the ideas for making money. So yeah, we could maybe, if I do roll on, I probably will at some point in the future, next year, I think 2020, I'm pretty sure I will. I'll get my friends to in the health community to recruit them and sell it too. That'll make us even more money. Yeah.
I'm telling you, Harry, law of attraction, you got such great energy. You're in such a good place. Biologically, your body's so clean. Mentally, you're on the spiritual path. Like I know soon as I told my boyfriend, this is his last chance and then I'm done. Like you got to get on the shot and whatever happens, there is no more chances for me. Like this is the end. Cause there's not a doubt in my mind that my manifestation of my dream life that I came here to live is about to unfold.
2020.
I can feel it. I can feel the energy of it inside me. Like I can feel the energy, the excitement, people starting to, I've barely put any work into this as far as reaching out to people. Like I've done a ton of other things with training and writing and all that and reading books, but I've barely only reached out to a handful or so of people and people are contacting me. So and I imagine once he's out of the picture, he's in the hospital or whatever, and I'm just doing my thing, the energy that's going to start flowing. So I feel super confident that within the next 3 months, miraculous things are going to happen for me with this business.
I'm pretty sure
miraculous.
They will. Yeah.
Because I can feel it. Just even talking to you, I feel so excited. If I didn't have that one boulder on my shoulder from that over there, there's not a doubt in my mind I'd already have 20 recruits or more.
Yeah.
So
you're on my C first, so I'm definitely going to be watching 100%.
Yeah. No, and I'm gonna
that'll be more motivation for you because then you're thinking, okay, I'm crushing it, and now Harry's and other people are watching.
Exactly. And can I tell you something? What was I going to hold on? Because there was something I wanted to tell you. I forgot. Hold on 1 second. Fuck, it was important too. See, I lose my train of thought.
No.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Oh, the top ballers in this company, like fucking they post videos constantly when people make rank. Like, let's congratulate Aaron, what's his name? Whatever his name is, Aaron such and such. Aaron just hit 500K rank. Or let's congratulate, a lot of couples do this. Like the husband starts making so much money, or the wife, that they bring the other partner into it. Yeah. And now they're both making a ton of money doing it because one trains the other one. And Aaron Parker. They'll be like, let's congratulate Aaron Parker. Aaron's only been doing this for a little over a year, like a year and a half. He's made but he was a network marketer before this. But he just hit 500K rank. His wife is a top earner. Like, literally, they'll have you follow about 20 to 30 different people, and they cut cars. You get all kinds of rewards. They start giving you car bonuses. And once you make each rank has a bonus that you get, like a giant bonus, like $1,000 bonus plus other bonuses. I mean, they give you plenty of encouragement to want to make the higher ranks. Yeah. You don't just make the money you're going to make. There's all kinds of bonuses.
Yeah. Definitely like the sound of all this. Yeah.
Can you hear me, Harry? Because I know you're frozen right now.
No. I'm frozen now.
All right, because you're breaking up.
Yeah, it happens with both of us sometimes.
Yeah, your picture's frozen, but I can kind of hear you, but you're breaking up a little.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm down. I'm definitely watching you.
Yeah.
And I know I've got a funny feeling, so I've already got my hands in the pot of a couple of money things I'm making, but also in the future, I've got my pot in stuff I'm going to get to, that I'm going to subscribe and buy and start selling. Without going too crazy with the selling stuff, I'm definitely got an ideas, and I'm going to step up my money game for 2020. That's my shift in consciousness, making more money with this lifestyle. So yeah, I'm definitely going to watch you, and definitely very keen. And I'm pretty sure CBD will be great to sell with, along with the other stuff that I want to sell. So yeah, I'm down.
And I'll tell you, I'm taking it right now. And for the most part, I'm not really, I have a lot of energy. It seems like I'm someone who would have anxiety, but I don't. I'm mostly fruitarian, so I'm pretty calm. But I have to say, like, I do feel good. I can only take 2 drops of this shit. If I take more than 2, I get tired. But if I take 2, I feel really good.
Shit works. Yeah, definitely.
So I'm just taking it because I do have some health problems. I got the issue of my neurons. I got how much this will help me along, So I think we're going to do well. And I think you might change your mind. I think once the money starts coming in, I think you might even want to put more focus on this. I'm going to send you a video today in a couple minutes from Tim Garza that I found last night on his page. And it's all about how a lot of us conscious entrepreneurs want to do 20 things at once. And he said, if you on it for the next, he said, then you'll have the money to focus on all those other 5, 10, 15 things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, agree.
Are you there, Harry?
Yeah, I broke up a little bit, but I could kind of hear some of it. So yeah.
Yeah, just you might even decide you really want to put the effort in this, because 3 to 6 good months of effort in this, especially if you're visualizing and meditating, 3 to 6 good months could be just what you need to make such a nice income that then you could do what you want with your other businesses. You know,
we like the sound of that. Definitely, 100%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that 2020, I'm definitely going to do it. At what point in 2020, I don't know, but I'm almost guaranteed that I'll probably get involved with you, and then we'll start. I'll watch you pop off, and then I'll jump on the bandwagon, and then get my friends in eventually if they procrastinate. So yeah, I'm down.
And I know that's what's going to happen. There's a couple of my friends who've said the same thing. You know, I don't feel motivated to do it right now, but if I see you making tons of money, I probably will. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, I'm motivated. It's just, I know it's going to work, but I've got so many other projects that are priority over that. Like I'm just
okay. But I'm gonna send you a few videos anyway.
Yeah, please do. I'll definitely watch them.
Say that you're breaking up, Harry. Say that whole thing over again.
Yeah, I've got so many other money ideas that are going to happen that are, I'm trying to work out which one's the first, which one's the second that I spend the money and invest my money in and start building that money base. So yeah, it's on my list. I'm gonna put it on my list of things that I'm gonna get done in 2020 for sure. But maybe it's not the number one because I've got other things that I put before that. But that's because I'm trying to work out and calculate which is gonna give me the most value in alignment with all the stuff that I preach. And so yeah, I'll definitely be there for sure. Definitely do it.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing, I'm just like you. At first, I was like, universe, I want to be a transformational coach or a health coach, whatever you want to call it. Like, why would you send me this? But now I see it. I feel like this incorporates beautifully with that when the time is right. But I also want to be a public speaker. Like, I want to be one of those people who gets paid to come and motivate a giant audience, or like Tony Robbins does a 7-day seminar on how to transform your life. So I could see where this might be a better avenue to get there.
Anyway, give you the confidence to do all those things. Anyway, it'll teach you about marketing, teach you about a lot of things in life that will help you towards your vision and confidence. Yeah, you'll do a lot for us. Yeah.
Yes. It's very exciting. But no, definitely, you watch me, I'm going to be watching you, which I do anyway. I'm always watching
I think you're already on my C first, but I will double check that one. I'm pretty sure I've got you as one of my C first. Yeah, I did it on purpose because I liked your shares and stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm starting with my videos. I'm starting back with my videos. I'm just waiting for this guy to get in the hospital. So within the next 2 to 3 days, he's going to be in the hospital. Believe me, I'm going to start blowing it up.
Cool. I'm gonna start following and supporting your post then. I always do anyway, but yeah, I will start to comment and like, and let's see how it goes. Let's see if we can get you going with the older CBD, and then I'll for my own selfish interest too, because if I help you, then you'll help me, and I'll join, and then we'll be making money.
Absolutely. And listen, I went on Amazon the other day because I'm always ordering health books and stuff. I love to read. I'm like you. I love to read. And when I went on Amazon, all your books popped up right in the beginning. I just wanted to tell you. I don't know.
How?
It says other books. It gives you suggestions of different books you might like.
Yeah.
Your books all showed up as suggestions for me.
Sweet. What were you doing? What did you do to suggest? Oh, you have to click a certain book for that, or is it just?
No, listen. I was looking for some. I had a little extra money, and at that point, I just want to get some used marketing books. Like I buy most of my books used because you can buy more that way. But I was looking for some used marketing books that I heard about that are really, really helpful in this business. So I was going to look for them and grab a couple. And I went on. I wasn't even looking for health books this particular time. And it showed me suggestions, and your books were on there. And I was like, oh, shit, that's my boy, Harry.
That is so fucking cool. I didn't know that. So I wondered now, because I'm pretty sure a lot of my sales on Urine aren't from my Facebook crew because of the amounts that are not loads, but I'm getting enough to know that it's not my Facebook crew that are like buying them. So that's interesting. Yeah, it's random people. Cool. That's fucking sweet. By the way, I just want
to tell you, because I'm at a point I try and buy books that are $5, $7 just because of my financial
Mine are expensive.
Right now.
I'm aware. I did that on
purpose.
No,
I don't. I think that's a very fair price for a book. It's just this. Believe me, if I was still working at the bar, I would have already bought them. But what I'm going to do as a way to celebrate, as soon as I get my first giant paycheck, is I'm buying all 4. There's 4, right? I'm buying all 4 at once.
Awesome.
But that is on my list. But I felt so excited when they popped up as suggestions. I was like, Harry, I think you may have arrived.
Yeah, that's so amazing. Like, that's cool, man. Like, my Urine book's got like 9 feedback, so that it's not like, I think the feedback's important too. You want to get people. I need to ask more people to feedback on that, because then it helps with the selling of the books. But yeah, on average, I sell about 25 to 30 a month since the last 4 months. Before that, it was really low, like 10 or 12. So now all of a sudden 2019, 2020, or maybe my Facebook posts have changed or whatever, but yeah, I'm selling a lot more than like 1 a day almost, which is pretty good. So yeah, making money that way. By the way, that figure, I get 50%. That's why I put it that high. So it's not because I'm really free for money. It's because I get 50% of that. So that's not a lot really, but still it's good that I'm selling, making some money. And I plan to write many more in the future, 5 more this year, next year even. So yeah,
and as your name gets bigger, believe me, people are going to go back. Look, I'm buying books. I just bought How to Win Friends and Influence People. That book is like 30, 40 years old. You know what I mean? So it's, believe me, once your name gets bigger and bigger, your people are going to go back and say, "Oh, I want all those books."
Exactly. And I'm doing with all my friends now, the ones that I really like. I think I've got the idea in my head that I'm not just going to stop writing these mini books. I'm going to co-author. So I'd be happy to co-author. Maybe we could I'm putting it out there as an idea, which might sound ridiculous to you, but who knows? Once we get involved in this business, start making money, we could co-author a book on CBD. And then we could, that way, subtly sell it too. We can make money from the book sale.
And can I tell you something, Harry?
Yeah. Mm.
My honestly, one of the things that I am strongest at is writing. Like
Ooh.
I
Let's write a book on CBD, mate, then. Once you start with our company, once we start, let's do this.
Am I most confident when I'm writing.
Mm. Let's smash this. Definitely to co-author. We'll split the profits 50-50. Even I'm in my mind now, I'm going to move towards independent publishing so I don't lose 50%. Stop going with Amazon.
Yeah.
So make more money, do a 50-50. My plan, my dream is to co-author with my favorite people. Like, you know, your expertise, cannabis, me and you. Another person's might be meditation. Another person's might be fruits. Another person. So I'm just going to write loads of books that aren't my expertise, and I'll share them, co-author them with you guys, and yeah, it'd be great.
Down the road, I definitely would like to do a book on my fruit journey because I've learned a lot during this. I always think about how you talked about, you know, a lot of things you've learned the hard way, like you've done things you shouldn't have done and you suffered for it. I remember you talking about that one day, and I was like telling my boyfriend, I said, we have so much in common because you know how many times, like, I was doing this thing where let me just give you an example, where I was eating plant shakes. Like, this is before I became fruitarian. So I was doing a lot of raw food shakes, like always raw. I was always trying to eat raw. And I was putting a whole bunch of like turmeric and ginger and things like that in the shake. But I guess what happened was would end up getting so nauseous, I couldn't figure out why. It started happening all of a sudden. Puke. And when I'd puke, my colon would actually stick out. It would come out in a ball, sticking out of my stomach, and it would move back and forth. I would be puking that violently, and I couldn't figure out what was causing it. And it was painful. And I'm like, what's going on? I've been making plant-based shakes. Why am I puking all of a sudden? What was happening is because I was doing all this bad food combining with fruit and plants, and then the turmeric and ginger and whatever else I put on top was sitting on top of my stomach, not digesting, not going down. And it was taking forever. The fruit digests fast. The vegetables take forever. And it was sitting up there, and it was doing something to create like sickness, like acid or sickness. And it was just a hella storm. And I had to puke violently like that 3 or 4 times before I figured out what the problem was.
Wow. Can you imagine a normal person that's eating, I don't know, a breakfast of bacon, sausage, eggs, cheese, I don't know, whatever, mixing, combining all kinds of crap foods. Holy shit. They're in trouble. They're in big trouble.
No, but now one thing that was before I understood proper food combining. And now that I'm deep into the fruit journey, what I'm finding is now I got to even be careful with certain fruits.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Combining them. Like more than ever before I could eat certain things that used to combine, don't combine anymore. Yep. So it's just, I've learned a lot along this journey, and some of it, like you, I've had to learn the very, very hard way.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to you writing a book on fruits, definitely. That would be great at some point in the future, like next year, 2020 could be, who knows. It doesn't have to be a big one too. My lesson from my books is that you don't have to write a big book because mine are tiny. And second, don't be perfect, because every book I start, I'm like, damn it, I shouldn't start this because I want it to be perfect. And every page I write, I'm like, damn it, it's not perfect, but I just do it anyway. I just rush it and get it out there. And actually at the end, come the end, I look back and think, actually, it wasn't perfect, but it's a bloody good job for what I did. Like, it's just me.
How many pages are your books?
Some of them are like, my longest is only 80, 90 pages. The average is like 50 most, no less, but 50 pages is the least, and 90 is the most. Very small. But they're full of my knowledge, and they're worth it because I'm extreme and I've got a good knowledge. And I know that I look back at them and I think, honestly, I'm not trying to be biased or anything. I look back at them, and my last one, Transformation, I thought, damn, this is really fucking good, because no one's written it quite like me and given the most obvious, awesome benefits to your health of this meditation in such a great way. I know that's biased, but actually it's not.
No, but I know how you are. You go deep. Like, you read books on it. You experience it. I know you're hitting it from so many angles, and that's what's important. That is what is important. You're putting tons of evidence. I mean, tons of evidence and different things. So that's what you need in a good book, is to really hit every angle of it. And I know you do that.
Because you said that, you also know, and you will write a good book. Exactly what you need: experience and reading loads of books. Most of the books I wrote, I've read like 20 books on that subject, and before I wrote them, I was like, okay, I'm ready. I've experienced it too a lot, so yeah.
And you're doing people a favor, because you can pull out the best points of those books.
Yeah.
Instead of making the person have to go read those 20, you can say, this is what I pulled out of this book that was the most key. This is what I pulled out of this book.
Honest to God,
everybody does that.
The best thing I ever did was this. I call it the Holistic Health with Harry series, because now I can write a book on dry skin brushing. I can write a book, another book. I can redo sun gazing. I can go deeper with I can write on any single health topic now and just do a small book on it. I experience as powerful. And I don't need to stop. I could write 40, 50. I mean, the rate I've done it for a year, I'm going to do 5 next year. Maybe if I only did 4 next year and only did 3 next year, that's like 12 books in 3 years. That's pretty intense. That's a lot of books, right? Yeah. That's a lot of money. Like, I don't really care about the money, but I do care about the legacy. And like, oh, I'm going to die tomorrow. What have I left behind? Cool. I've left some information. Good job.
Yeah. No, and you're building yourself up, because at some point, the way I see it, I'm pretty good at predicting the future. I see you up on a stage teaching. I see you up on a stage as a public speaker, a high-paid public speaker. So
could well be. I think health coaching, health retreats. I don't think I want to be the most famous, although I probably could, knowing my personality. I don't know. I would like. A part of me wants to make a lot of money. That's ego, though. I don't know my future, but I do know that I want to have high impact. I want to help a lot of people more than I am now, although I'm doing a K job, I guess now. I want to be more impactful. So I'm always working, like yourself, towards higher impact, for sure.
Listen, if you're on a spiritual level, I've done a lot of spiritual digging on a spiritual level. If you are providing value to people, you deserve, you're a creator. You are God in a body. You deserve to live the life of God in a body. There is nothing wrong if you're providing value to people and you're doing it with honor and integrity. There's no reason you can't be rich. That's your birthright. You came here to experience bliss. You came here to experience transformation and joy. There is nothing wrong with that. I am going to be rich. You are going to be rich. Actually, we already are rich. We're just stepping into that timeline.
Right. I'm going to be rich so I don't have to, I can do whatever the fuck I want in health and help people so I don't have to work for the system. Yeah, that's the reason why.
Yes. We're bringing it. We're here to change the planet, and we're doing that. There's no reason we can't get compensated for it. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it.
Definitely. Well, I'm down, mate. 100% down. I'm going to watch your stuff and keep you in mind, and send me that video, please.
Okay. I'm going to send you a couple and just watch them at your leisure, but I think I know which videos to send you. I want to send you videos that are going to motivate you. So just check them out as you have the time.
I will do. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for meeting with me, Harry. It's been a pleasure.
Hey, and just before I go, thanks, and I hope it goes well. You, if your boyfriend does go to hospital, I hope he's well, but also I hope you really do crack on those next couple of weeks and, start for your version of stepping up and really going hardcore and, crushing it, mate. And I'll support you. I'll carry on supporting you. So, yeah.
Thank you.
That's all right.
All right. Have a great day, Harry. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.